I was a student leader back in my school. Before I graduated, my teachers was telling us ways on how we can give back to the community. So one of the ways he showed up was the website to volunteer for Chingay 2017. I thought it was like interesting and it's like sort of a big event in Singapore. So I decided to give it a go. So 2017 was the first year I joined Chingay.
So for me, I joined as a performer back in 2013. I also joined as a performer in 2016 and 2017. Then after that, I didn't have a chance to join back to Chingay as a performer. So since my brother was like volunteering, I thought might as well I give it a try as well to give back to Chingay in another way.
I'm a person who like to keep everyone happy. Seeing them happy makes me feel like I had contributed something, not to just myself, to just give back to Chingay or Singapore itself. It's like I also help people to make their day, to see them smile, to see them have a great time in Chingay, not just the volunteers, the performers, the audience as well. So that's one of my best memories of Chingay and the reason why I always come back year after year.
Chingay is such a big event, then you get to meet people from different backgrounds. There was one year I joined as a performer and he was a volunteer, so usually I'll end earlier, so I will go find him. After we end, then we can go home together. It's like a platform for us to share our experience because I don't know what the volunteer side they will do. Usually I have a very busy schedule, so either I'm working or I'm schooling or I'm out dancing, so it's a good chance for us to bond over a similar event.
Yeah, so to add on what she said, as siblings, I usually know how she is able to tackle her own tasks, so I feel very comfortable in allocating a task to my sister to maybe lead her team, to compare to another volunteer who I may not be so experienced with. So there was once where I was busy, so I had to allocate on the go. So because it was a very hectic moment, it's 7 PM where the parade is gonna start. So I had to just call over my phone, just quickly briefly throw out the details for the task, and I just end the call and let her handle it.
I think it's the assurance if I have any doubt. It's easier to approach someone you know, because he joined volunteering first, so it will be easier for me to approach him instead of maybe someone else who maybe I've never talked to or maybe never even seen before previously.
Having a sibling next to me keeps me going. I just don't feel very shaky. I just want to lie down.
It's easier to encourage each other though. If we have any issues, it's easier to push each other. I think it's to be adaptive because the stage where you're performing at is very different, because instead of just a fixed stage, you're traveling along the F1 pit. So during rehearsal, you have to be very adaptive and attentive, because things are always changing on the go, because it not only affects your item but the items after and before you.
My dream for Chingay would be its ability to adapt to the changes, like how last year we weren't able to have a physical Chingay due to the COVID period. So it being able to adapt and change to having it to be on the MediaCorp platform, on the television instead, I think that was a very smart idea. So I hope that no matter the challenges that Chingay itself as an event will face, they were able to continue to adapt and give the people what they are looking for.
For me, I hope that Chingay will be able to bring more people together, because for us, it gives us another thing to talk about when we are at home.
I think the future for Chingay would be moving to a digital era, as we are reaching a change of the generation, where older generation might still like the physical parade, but the newer generation are more of the digital type. So Chingay moving forward will be moving to a more digital era to satisfy the younger generation, in hopes of them keeping the Chingay tradition, yet still satisfying the older generation and keeping the original, tradition moving forward.
I think last year was a good start, especially with the hybrid for the Dragon Dance with both the digital visuals and the traditional one. Like for the older generation, they will definitely look forward to seeing the actual person doing it on stage. Entering the digital era, like this hybrid will suit like everyone.